Hi everyone, and just a hello back from Scotland. We've had a fantastic week there. I need to tell you some interesting news. It may interest you, it may not, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I have a new channel at the moment because I do like to travel. I use YouTube a lot to find places of interest and things like that. So I needed somewhere to put my travel vlogs. Anyway, I've got a new channel and it's Susie Travels. Okay, so if you're interested in, it's not just Scotland, although I do love Scotland. There's going to be Wales, there's going to be Italy, all the places that I go to and love, just sharing the places that I stay, points of interest, things like that. So check it out if you're interested. I also need to say hello to a few people today. These are all new people that have joined me. Well, I've quite a few more, not all the names are here sadly because some people were messaging me, getting in touch in Scotland, couldn't keep up with it, but it's super nice and I really appreciate it. So these are new people over the weekend. Hi to Pauline, hi to Ikeel, Lenny, Claire, David, Jeremy and Justin. I appreciate the time you take to watch, appreciate it very much when you subscribe, great fun. I hope I don't disappoint you, and get in touch if you want to ask questions or anything else. Anyway, back to what I'm doing today. I need to establish I am not just a lover of Ninja, because a few people have asked me if I do anything else. I love my Ninja dearly, I use it a lot, but am I totally just throw it in the Ninja cook? No, I'm not. I am using the Ninja today. I'm trying desperately to make a channel work. I'm also working on the vegetarian front, guys. I've had a couple of disasters, I won't lie, but I'm getting round to it, so I'm going to catch up with you all. But I'm trying to make a channel that, with the change in the economy, the electricity and the gas, that runs economically for it, so that we can use recipes and not burn a lot of electricity or gas. So today what I'm doing is I'm going to do, which I do a lot, chicken breasts. Chicken breasts are tricky, as you'll all know. There's no skin on them because I'm using skinless chicken breasts, so they dry out very quickly. So what I tend to do is, if I'm just using chicken breast and I actually want it whole, I wrap it in a bit of smoky bacon, or any bacon, or pancetta, anything you've got in there, you can do it, and it maintains the moisture in them. Ninja cooks it beautifully. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to cook the chicken breasts in the good old Ninja. Quick, straightforward. Basically, round about half the time of putting it in the oven, and I find it doesn't dry out the same. So win-win, I'm doing that. But I got asked about sauces. Do I create sauces? Do I make my own sauces? Yes, I very much do. I hardly ever buy a packet sauce unless I'm, well, in a very big rush, and even then I get disappointed. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to do chicken breasts that are done in the Ninja, wrapped in bacon. But the star of the show is actually going to be a leek and white wine sauce. So what we're going to do, we'll start with, I'm going to make the sauce, because that can be on while then the chicken is cooking in there. Okay, so my first step today is I've chopped up my leeks. So that's 2 medium leeks. Looks a lot, but they actually cook down to nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my butter, quite a lot of butter. I'm a bit like James Martin, I love butter. So quite a lot of butter, that's about a tablespoon for the butter. Going in with dry leeks, there's nothing else in there, guys, just butter. I'm going to put some olive oil, about half a tablespoonful, and they're going to sweat, no other liquid in there. It's going on to a low heat on the cooker, so low heat, just turn it low. Pan lid on, yes, it's a Le Creuset pan lid, it doesn't fit. Actually, my husband destroyed my Le Creuset pan and he owes me one still. Anyway, that's going to sit there, and it's quite what you call sweating the leeks. Leeks, gently done like this, they just break down, become very flavor. I'm drawing all the flavour from them, and this is the base of my sauce. So I will take you through that. I've just got some celeriac mashed potato cooking away there, and now on to the chicken. A bit upset with Waitrose at the moment. I'm a bit upset with food in general. The prices are disgusting. Right, okay. 2 chicken breasts there. Lovely chicken breasts. I'm a big believer. I'm just going to put those in the sink and rub that bar down. I'm a big believer in the 3 for £10 that Waitrose were doing, which I loved and bought often. Only to find out now they've stopped the 3 for £10. I know it's like every other supermarket. Everyone's feeling the pinch. But it just came. I came back from holiday in Scotland to find suddenly all the deals that I love have gone. So a few people have been telling me to get myself to Lidl and try Lidl's meat or Aldi's meat. I may well do that shortly. Right, I'm just going to stir. I can hear the leeks sizzling, so I'm just going to give them. We don't want them catching on the bottom. That butter needs to melt. So I don't know. Our butter's just cooking down now. So that needs to become liquid, and they'll just bubble away there, nice and gently. Okay. So my chicken, I'm just going to get a knife and trim any bits that I don't like on there off. Just looking at the size of this chicken breast, it's huge. So what I'm going to do is just make it more equal size to the other one. Well, they're not very equal, but that's as equal as I'm going to get them. I don't want anywhere near the amount of meat that John, although John also is trying to cut down on meat, but that's about as good as I'm going to get. So I'm just going to wash my hands. I'm going to put this into a bag, then I'm going to open the bacon. So I'll just give my hands a quick rinse and be back with you. 1 second. Right, I'm just going to take, before I move that, I don't want to handle the chicken again while I'm going to handle the bacon. So I'm just going to take the bacon out that I need from here. I do love streaky smoked bacon, so I do tend to use that more than any other. But that doesn't mean you have to. Like I say, you could use a pancetta, a parma ham, ordinary ham. It all works. So what I'm beginning to do now is I'm literally wrapping the bacon around the chicken breast. Okay. Now, just take a piece of kitchen roll and just open that. I think I can get 2 in here, guys, so let's try it. So I've got 1 in there, and the other one should go in there perfectly, I think. Right, okay. Right, so there we've got 2 chicken breasts wrapped in there. So I'm just going to set those going. They kind of look after themselves. I'm going to give them 20 minutes on a roast. Except it's not plugged in because we've been away. I've turned it off. Right, okay. Try that one again. On to roast, 190, and I think actually I'm going to take it down to 180. Whoops, I'm going to try again. Temperature, 180, and time, and we're going up to 20. I will keep an eye on this, folks. I mean, because you may find if you're using smaller chicken breasts, it cooks quicker. You may find if you've got larger, it's going to take longer. It's all down to common sense. I'm just going to click that on, and I'm going to have a look at the leeks and see how they're doing. That's what I'm looking for. Also burning myself on the pan, but that is leeks that have sweated down. That's fine. They can go off. They're done. So our next stage, I'm just going to turn my mash off at the back because that looks as though that will be done as well. So the next stage that we're going to use here, I'm going to bring in red onion and fresh garlic, finely diced. Okay, I'm just going to turn the pan on. I love to use a small frying pan to create a sauce in. There's a couple of different sauces. Flour-based sauce, where you make a roux. If you're making a cheese sauce, you need a heavy sauce. You need a roux to start with. I can't honestly, I don't know if I've done one on my channel, I can't remember. I think I have probably done one when I've made macaroni cheese and things like that. So that'll be there. But when you want a lighter sauce to coat a meat or to coat something, it's far nicer if you can make a stock-based sauce or a wine sauce, and you're not getting the starch and heaviness. It's fitting the sauce to whatever food you're going to actually be eating. So today, as I said, we're doing a wine-based and stock-based sauce. So a little bit of olive oil, just to drizzle in there, just to put the onions and garlic in so it doesn't burn. So that's just nicely warming. So I'm just going to... I chopped all this and prepped it on because it's boring for you. You know, if you're all sat there watching me chopping and boring, that is very boring. So I thought I'll prep it all up. That is about half a small red onion, 1 large clove of garlic, because we love our garlic. Okay, so that's the way. In a minute, I'm going to add the leeks to that, then the white wine. So I just want that to sort of become as though it's just starting to cook away. So I'm just going to go to the fridge, guys, and get the white wine out. I'm going to nick some of my husband's Chardonnay tonight, just to mix. And we don't use a lot when we do a wine sauce. And you cook the alcohol off, so please...
You'd be lucky.
No, I've got another one in there. So please don't think that you can't give the children a sauce because you cook the alcohol out the sauce. And really, quite honestly, a lot of people wouldn't even know that I don't go heavy on it. I believe sauces should all blend and taste balanced. So quite a nice Chardonnay actually. John will enjoy this with his chicken tonight. But we're running half a glass, that's about it. So that's ready to go there. That's looking quite nice. Okay, what I'm going to do is tip into the leeks. The leeks and all the butter goes in there. I wish you could smell them. I love leeks. They smell delicious. You can base most white wine sauces, if you want to just do a white wine mushroom sauce, you do exactly what I'm doing minus the leeks. I would use sweated mushrooms. We're actually putting mushrooms in this as well. The mushrooms are actually going in now. And they're all going to cook down. And then I'm going to get ready to add the white wine. The quantity of leek in there, so it's half a small red onion, 1 clove of garlic, 2 small leeks. Be careful with leeks. I split them down the middle and make sure there's no sand or debris left inside, so I give them a good clean. Chop them up, dry them before I do the sweating off stage. And this was 2, they call them button mushrooms. This is ridiculous stating these were button mushrooms. They're 2 white mushrooms and they're quite large. But as you know, guys, the mushrooms cook down, everything tends to cook down. So that's why I thought we can get away with that. Okay. I've also got fresh tarragon here. That's 1 tablespoon, all finely chopped. Oh, God, that smells divine. This is going to be my pep in the sauce. Just peps it up. You could add rosemary, you could add Dijon mustard. That's why I love making sauces. You can play to what, if sort of I was doing pork chops right now, in that pan would be mushrooms, onions, garlics and Dijon mustard. Yum. You can't go wrong. Right, okay. Turn the heat up a little bit just before you add your wine. You do want that to sizzle off. I think the chef's got to try this wine. Anyway, right, I don't measure wine, I just know what. So we were up there, so it's half a glass full. You can hear it sizzling now. That's going to cook off to virtually nothing. Then I put in, I'm using a Knorr stock cube, a Knorr chicken stock cube. I'm going to make a tiny bit of intense chicken stock. If I had fresh stock in, I would be using it, but I don't. I've been away, I haven't made any stock. So I'm going to put a tiny little bit of chicken stock in there. Then I'm going to add my fresh tarragon. Then I'm going to add double cream, and that basically is the sauce finished. And it will be, I will taste it, because it may need adjusting on seasoning. It shouldn't do, because I was using a salted butter. But I always taste everything I cook anyway, so I will taste it, and if it needs adjusting, all it will need is salt and pepper. I'm just going to get some hot water from my kettle and just prepare that chicken stock. That's it. That's just to give it a nice, it enriches. That's what it's doing. It's just enriching the sauce. You can use vegetable stock for vegetarians. You don't have to use chicken stock. In fact, quite often if I run out of chicken stock, that's what I fall back on, a vegetarian stock cube. I'm just going to check now, guys, and see how everything's going inside the Ninja. As you see, starting to cook away quite nicely, and they're smelling good as well. Didn't put any oils in there, nothing. So I'm going to have to be very careful. I think this little one will come out first, because I don't want it drying out. So I will be using the meat thermometer and looking for anything over 75 will tell me that's cooked, and it'll come out before this one. Right, it says it's got 11 minutes to go. I think that's probably about right. Okay, this is cooking down quite nicely. Smells heavenly. So I'm just gonna, people often ask me how I get my sauces to thicken. Well, obviously if you're using a roux, that's your flour base, that's your thickener. You can use arrowroot. A lot of French chefs use arrowroot mixed to a paste and add it to something like a red wine jus. And the other thing today, the way mine will thicken, and you can use a knob of butter as a thickener. Classic French chefs often use making beurre blancs, and they use cold butter put into the sauce, and that becomes a thickener. But today the thickener for my sauce is going to be double cream, just a good splosh of double cream in there, and that's the job done. At this point I'm going to add my tarragon. And now that smells absolutely divine. All of it, the mushrooms, as I said, they're all cooking down now. And this with your chicken, mashed potato, long stem broccoli, delicious meal for tea tonight. And it's kind of, we're approaching autumn. It's the season when I tend to love to cook. Summer, during the summer months, for me, it's got to be barbie, it's got to be salads, it's got to be pizzas. I'm very much an outdoors person during the summer months. But come winter, then yeah, I don't mind doing a stew. I don't mind spending a bit of time over a good sauce, risottos. I must share with you guys paella I do as well, because that's quick, easy, not expensive, and it's cook in the pan on the ring basically. Okay, I'm just about to get a teaspoon and try this. That needs no seasoning other than black pepper. I'm just going to get the double cream, put the wine away before I drink it, turn it a bit lower. As you can see, because this type of pan helps you actually reduce your liquid, it's open. A closed pan is harder to reduce liquid, I always find. So this is why I tend to use this as my saucepan. Okay. That might look a lot of cream, but it's 2 tablespoonfuls, I would say. And the other thing is black pepper. It needs no more salt, but black pepper, you can't go wrong. and I will taste that again. Then I'm going to turn that off and wait for the chicken, and then I'll just give it a quick warm through and pour it over the chicken. I've got my potato to mash and my broccoli to cook while the rest of the chicken's doing. So that, guys, is the sauce and that. Oh, wow. Super delicious, and that's going to be super delicious on my chicken. Quite looking forward to my tea tonight. See you back in 5, guys, when I'm ready to serve up, when the chicken's cooked and we're ready to serve up. Bye for now. We're back. Chicken's done. I've checked it twice. I didn't actually take the little one out because I did the old thermometer test and it seemed to be, oh, that looks good. It seemed to be cooking at the same times. So I'm just about to, I'm going to just double check that this is actually cooked. I'm looking for anything over 65 degrees. And it's whizzing up there. Yeah, we're going up to 71. Might even go higher actually, but that's great. That tells me it is definitely cooked. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it there a moment because I've come over here with me. I've put the sauce back on, mash is ready. I'm boiling. In fact, that's probably done. I'm going to turn that off. That's the broccoli. So I'm just going to turn this up a little bit. We want nice hot sauce to sit the chicken on. It just stood. I mean, you can do this with a stock and wine sauce. You can just let it sit while you get the other things, which makes it very versatile. You could put this over anything that you fancied. That obviously goes with leeks and pork chop. It would go over pork chop. I think chicken for me is the best one. But as I say, you can play around. You can make this type of sauce to go over fish. A nice little dry white wine fish with fish stock. You could definitely put that over fish. Right, okay, that's bubbling away nicely. Don't want to take it too far. So what we're going to do, we're going to get a nice scoop on each of our plates, like that. Oh, the smell! I wish you could smell. Well, I love tarragon. No, you know, some people hate tarragon, so it's very much personal choice. But there we are. That looks nice. Don't worry, folks. You can actually even freeze your sauce. Right. Okay. Sit that there. Sit that one there. Well, it's celeriac mashed potato with garlic, because we both love celeriac and we both love our garlic. And yes, I'm afraid it has got more cream in it and black pepper. Okay. That's it, folks. I think what I should do is I'll cut into mine. That's mine. I'll cut into it and just let you see that it is cooked nicely inside. Okay, so I'm just going to go straight in the middle. That's beautiful. That looks lovely. Okay, guys, I'm going to go and enjoy my tea. Supper. Cheers. Hope you... Oh, just a thought. I will put a list of ingredients on the bottom of this vlog. But also this recipe will appear on my website as well. So if you find that, you know, you couldn't take it in, visit the website. It will be on there. Give me a little bit of time, but it will go on there, okay? My website is susiehunter.co.uk. Okay, check it out and see you all soon. Thanks again. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting and thanks for being there. Cheers.